So it's just about allowing things, if they don't look or don't feel like we think they should, to tell ourselves it's okay. When we're exhausted, allow ourselves to just slow down and take a moment, even if it's meant to be something really, there's a dog looking at me. Even if we thought it was something really important like my launch. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? So this morning I'm in this absolutely amazing, incredible location that I just came upon that I didn't know existed. And yesterday morning and this morning, I just decided to head out just when I woke up in the morning and to go seek nature. And it's interesting because I've been needing to do this because, once again, like many of you, I just pushed myself so hard that I absolutely was run down mentally, emotionally, physically, like could not turn on my computer anymore. And what I want to bring up is the idea of expectations. The expectations that we have of ourselves. We all know the expectation that society puts on us as highly sensitive women, as highly sensitive people, the expectation that we did not live up to as we were growing up, and the kind of damage that it did to us inside. But there's other expectations that are also very damaging. And I think maybe they're even more damaging than the ones that we receive from outside of us. And it's the ones that we put on ourselves. And I'm bringing this up today because 2 days ago, my new website that I've been working on for months, working on internally to break through some fears and issues of worthiness and all kinds of things, and also all the work that had to go into it. And it went live 2 days ago. It's Paquette.com. I'll be writing it here after I get out of nature. And I thought that the moment that it would get out, it was such a big realization, a big accomplishment, this moment where things, I feel it's going to open up my world, change my inner world, change my outer world, allow to have a container out there for who I am, for what I'm here for what I have to offer, and all that. So I thought that it would be this big, exciting moment, pop up the champagne and the things that make, celebration stuff. But no, the few things that were left to do for the launching came with so many additional admin, sign up for this, got to become this, you have to do this, pay for this monthly, then there's the Zoom, there's then the Calendly, then there's the Stripe, then there's this. And all these things came at the same time as I was already going through so much from the exhaustion. And I also think one thing that often happens is that when we do something significant in our lives, it means that an older version of us dies. And death is usually felt very deeply. And I didn't expect it. I thought I had gone through the process of all these deaths of of other me's, not false me's, just previous me's, while I was going through creating the website and everything that it entailed for me. But what I realized, I guess, is that not only was I exhausted, like I said earlier, but also vibrationally or something like that, that shift, this transition, I just felt it in my body, psyche, emotional bodies, and everything so profoundly. Anyway, so the day of the launch with all these things, it was just like being hit on the head with a bat, like kapoing, 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 another one, another one, another one. And it just like made me totally fall apart. I was already in a fall apart from that transition, but that really kind of did a number on me. Anyway, so the point of this is that when we allow ourselves, when we have expectations of how something is supposed to feel, of how we're supposed to welcome it with a celebration, with a relief, with excitement or whatever, and then it happens and that's not how we experience it. If we're not aware enough to give ourselves grace and say, I'm experiencing this differently. It looks different than what I thought it would look like. It feels different than what I thought it was going to feel like. We have to allow ourselves to be okay with that. So this is what I did yesterday morning. So the launch was 2 days ago. Yeah. So the next morning, the day of the launch, I ended up like just crashing and staying in bed. After it was launched, it's just like I couldn't move. It was beautiful outside. I was telling myself, Annie, you really should. Those darn shoulds, right? More expectations that make us feel like we're doing something wrong. And it was like, you should go outside. It's gorgeous. Nature's going to, revive you. But I just couldn't. And I stayed in bed. So yesterday morning, I decided when I got up, just made myself my golden milk, put it in my container, and just decided to head out. And usually when I go out to nature, I go for hikes and I walk and I move and I see and I enjoy and all that. And yesterday, because of how I was feeling, I ended up doing it so very slowly, so very gently. And I allowed myself to wander. I came to another place along the creek. Sorry about the plane, but people are looking at this and thinking this is really beautiful down there. And I allowed myself to do it super slowly. Slowly in my moving, slowly in my thinking. I mean, it wasn't obvious because of all the patterns of thinking and doing, and all of a sudden you're asking yourself to slow down. And the reason I started this video right now is because I've been watching a reed that was floating in the river, in the creek, way out there. And I just stood, and it took, 15 minutes for it to slowly make its way to me and to go around here. And I was doing it on purpose, saying, slow down. Don't go look where it's heading. Don't go grab your camera, which I really wanted to. Just watch and allow yourself to just be that slow. There's people showing up. Okay, so anyway. So it's just about allowing things, if they don't look or don't feel like we think they should, to tell ourselves it's okay. When we're exhausted, allow ourselves to just slow down and take a moment, even if it's meant to be something really, there's a dog looking at me. Even if we thought it was something really important like my launch, I actually haven't opened my computer since the launch of the website. And I will come back to you pretty soon. In the next video, I guess, to tell you more about it. You know that I've been talking to you about opening up Annie's Circle, the online community for highly sensitive women. So I will be bringing this to you with more excitement on another day, but I will still put the links below so you can go and sign up. I decided to start it for free because the pressure, again, of starting something and with a membership fee it put too much pressure on me, which I could, because it meant that I have to, commit to certain deliverables and be there on certain date and do this and that. And I almost decided not to do it for a while. And then it was like, no, I want to. It's the pressure that I can't handle. So actually, here's another example of doing things differently, allowing ourselves not to follow the rules, not to follow how we are told it should be done. That should be a source of revenue, mostly when we are desperately in need of revenue. But I started it. So it is circle.anniepaquette.com. And I'm going to put the links down below with the link to my website. Everything's on my website. I'm very proud of the website. And I will be feeling it more in a couple of days after I allow my body to slow down, turn off, and then reboot. So the people left because they saw that I was talking to a camera. So that's good. So nature. I know, no script, no thoughts, no pre-thinking of what I was going to say on this one, except for the reed that was moving slowly. But nature, I hear it a lot from highly sensitive people. Nature is such a key, such a connection, such a need for us, a necessity. It's like pretty much the only thing that is and moves and exists in a way that really resonates with us, in a way that we wish and work towards living ourselves as who we are, in peace and harmony, and just as who we are meant to be, not following any rules. So I love you. It's a different Sunday video. I still want it to come, even though I haven't turned on my computer. I will turn it on a little bit later so that I can upload this. But I love you, and exciting things to come. There's a little bit of a delay for it. So, bye. I will see you soon.